Ah, yes. The incident in Gaptooth Ridge. The event took place a long time ago, but the world did not forget what happened that very day. There are quite many theories on how this little feud really played out. Some say that it was a massacre between two workers who discovered a valuable ruby in the mines. Others claim that a clash between three rival gangs caused this mess, and the rest of the folk claim to know that an honest bottle of whiskey was the catalyst. You see that these stories do contradict, so here is what truly happened. The legend says that what started this war was a barbecue. A barbecue between a white-dressed fancy treasure-hunting gunslinger and a couple of cutthroats that roamed the country for blood money. The notorious treasure hunter's map pointed to a very specific spot on the map, Gaptooth Ridge. Thanks to his incredible skill, it didn't take long until he found the treasure on a mountaintop, making him rich and fulfilled for the rest of his life. When he turned around, he spotted something strange. There was a camp in the distance, but he couldn't make out any people. It was abandoned. His curiosity was too tempting and he decided to take a look, only to find a pile of bodies, arranged by a couple of outlaws. No, cutthroats. Before our hero could turn around and leave, they already spotted him and promised him to spare him if he helped to stack the bodies. This led him thinking, what were they gonna do to them anyway? Will they burn them? Will they sell them? Or even worse, eat them? All those thoughts made him realize, what if they are just using him? An extra hand to help with the bodies, only to be disposed with them once their dirty work is done. He couldn't get this out of his mind. Once all the bodies were in a pile, suddenly a legendary animal appeared, a cougar. The treasure already made him filthy rich, but without thinking about it, he set the bodies and the outlaws on fire and rose straight towards the cougar. This was his chance to escape. He finally spotted the cougar, which was already being hunted. Turns out the hunt was not successful, making another casualty of this incident. The hero thought that the cougar was dead, but it seems as if this has not been the alpha. His horse threw him off its back, leaving him face to face with the master cougar. The monstrosity bit a chunk out of his neck, and just when he defeated the beast, the two cutthroats shot him in the back, stealing the fresh cougar. The hero took a few seconds to recover, only to plan an ambush on the two thieves to retrieve the specimen. The treasure hunter overwhelmed the outlaws, but had yet to face another problem. The master cougar was on the back of one of the horses. He followed the mare, but she was just too fast. Story is that he sinned and took this animal's life to get what he wanted. A life for a life. But practically the cougar is dead, you know what I mean. One outlaw returned though and opened fire on the treasure hunter carrying the cougar. After he was dealt with, our hero headed for his wagon to secure the cougar, but the two cutthroats had other plans and surrounded him from all sides. The hero realized that he doesn't stand a chance. He didn't care about his wagon anymore and the cougar in it, and all he wanted was to get out of this alive. He pushed his luck too far, pursued a treasure he didn't need. The treasure hunter had to pay for his greed, and so the bullets of his pursuers ripped his soul and body into 100 pieces. What? Are you disappointed? You wanted to hear the real story, and this is what happened. There were no witnesses, you say? You're right. But ask yourself, how do I know what happened? Next time, you should pay a little more attention to who is telling the story.